outdoor again for this workout, and I started it off with front levers, but I soon found out that my back was in a lot of pain because I couldn't actually hold the front lever properly. As you can see, my elbows are bent, and this is not the proper front lever form. This makes sense because yesterday I did a lot of front lever holds, and I was doing a lot of front lever holds recently. So in general, it does make sense that my back lever is going to be quite weak today. My front lever is going to be quite weak today. The problem with front lever is it's quite an intense move, and you can't actually train it every day, even though you want to. And another problem is, well, for most people, is that they want to improve their front lever, but the rate of progress is going to be a lot slower than the rate that they want it to improve. And that's the thing. It's a movement that, in my personal opinion, teaches you a lot of discipline, and you can actually make a lot of gains if you do end up learning the back lever. Um, the front lever, sorry. So here is the second exercise, which is Russian dips. This is one of my favorite exercises because it's an athletic movement. It's a dynamic movement. And as you can see, I'm going back and then forward again. And you cannot do this slowly. You have to do this quickly. So it's going to build those fast twitch muscle fibers. The only problem with these bars is that they are a bit low. I would really prefer if there were some higher ones. I don't know why the government in the UK built two sets of bars side by side that are the same height. To me, that doesn't make any sense. There should be one that is higher, one that is lower. But anyway, that's besides the point. So I had to kind of do this with bent knees, which is not my preference. But anyway, these are Russian dips. For anybody that wants to learn them and can't do them yet, I would advise that you start on your elbows and then just get used to throwing your body weight forward. And then don't even try to push up. Just get used to going off your elbows and then go back to the starting position and then keep repeating that so you can get used to the movement. The third exercise is pike push-ups, but on two straight bars, as you can see here. I'm bringing my head past my hands, and this really is the differentiator between this movement and doing it on the floor. When you do it on the floor, you can only bring your head down so that it's basically at the same height as your hands. But with this exercise, because I'm doing it on bars, I can actually bring my head past my hands. This is significant because I'm going to be working my shoulders more, and I'm getting a bigger stretch on my shoulders. Therefore, I'm going to be challenging myself more, essentially. If you're a beginner, don't do this exercise because you might end up falling over, and that is something that you definitely want to avoid because you might get injured. And there's nothing worse in somebody who wants to progress in calisthenics than an injury due to pushing themselves too hard too soon. Remember, don't be egotistical and definitely do pike push-ups on the floor before you start to do them on bars like this or variations like this. With that being said, this is a very good exercise for intermediates because it's getting you used to having straight bar control and strength. A lot of people that can do handstands on the floor struggle when it comes to the straight bar because there's only one bar to hold on to, and the surface area of the bar is a lot less than on the floor. So it's a lot harder. This is definitely good to get used to that. And finished off the workout with some handstand holds on the parallettes. The neutral grip makes it quite easy to hold at this point. I'm starting to get really good at the handstand. As you can see here, it's quite straight. And I'm really not struggling at all. In terms of handstand, I would say, because somebody did ask me yesterday in the gym how he can learn the handstand, and I asked him how long he's been training it for, and he said 2 months. Immediately, I just let him know that it's going to take a lot longer than that, and that's the same advice I would give to anyone else. The handstand is a movement that requires patience, and it is a skill at the end of the day. Balancing on your hands is not something that we do pretty much ever until we're trying to learn the handstand. So most adults have never tried to hold a handstand ever until they get into calisthenics. So for example, you're walking on your feet your whole life, and now you want to learn to stand on your hands. So that just puts things into perspective. So definitely be patient and ensure that you are ready to train the handstand for a considerable period of time. For me, this would be 6 months to a year. That's how long it took me to hold it. And for most people, that's how long it's going to take also. The lighter you are, the easier it will be, but there's no excuse. You can learn the handstand no matter how tall you are. So with that being said, that's today's workout and episode. Subscribe for more.